Let me show you how to zone and tidy a kitchen so that it stays organized for good. We move into this house tomorrow morning. Am I packed? The answer is no, I'm not ready. And why I'm organizing a kitchen is a good question, says my husband. But I think it's so important to have one space put together. And the kitchen is the most important room, and it's just gonna make the moving process easier. So we're gonna unpack together, and I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite tips. Definitely before I get started, I got to install the coffee maker for Joe and my father-in-law, and people are coming in and out. So I'm gonna put the coffee maker right here in this little nook. I feel like this is the perfect spot for it. And I loved our coffee cupboard before. So I'm using the same organizers. There are these clear containers where I stack the K-cups and all of our teas. And I'm gonna store that above the coffee maker, which means there's a cabinet right beside that I can put in mugs and travel mugs, but it's kind of like deep. And when you have a deep cabinet like this, you want to use Lazy Susans so you can easily spin it and get to everything you need. Okay, let's talk about organization just for my kids. My kids are older, but I still want to give them dedicated spaces. So this is perfect for hot cocoa, especially Milo. He loves making like chai lattes and hot chocolate. So right under the kettle in the coffee maker, I just have this little pull out for him and all his favorite mugs and the girls and marshmallows. Doesn't have to be on the counter. It's like a hot cocoa station right here. And Abby's obsessed with smoothies. So I made her a smoothie station under here with the blender and all her favorite smoothie cups right beside the fridge. So like organization. Guess what I just realized? Look at this little nook here. It is the perfect spot for my household management binder and my meal planning binder. It's like it's meant to be. Whenever I'm organizing anybody's kitchen, it's all about laziness. You want to take the fewest steps possible, especially with the things that you touch the most often. So plates should be stored close to the dishwasher, glasses close to the dishwasher, cutlery, you're getting the idea. But the dishwasher here is kind of, there's nothing close. So these are the closest cabinets, and it's also the closest cabinet to the stove. So while you're serving food off the stove, you can just grab a plate and grab your cutlery. So this is going to be where I put all of the plates and bowls. And this cabinet is perfect for glasses. I like that it has two openings and it's right beside the sink. So whether you're outside grabbing a glass, you're serving yourself dinner and grabbing a glass, or you just need a quick glass of water, this is the most convenient spot in the whole kitchen. I'm very excited about this cutlery tray. It was super cheap from Amazon, but I've never had like a grown-up cutlery tray. I've always had the one from the dollar store that for some reason is constantly filled with crumbs. Now I'm gonna have a fancy bamboo one filled with crumbs. And I love that you can like expand it so it perfectly fits the drawer. Listen, if you don't have a fancy cutlery tray, it's around $15 and I say treat yourself. You always want to store your pots and pans like directly beside the stove. So I love that they have this really cool pull-out for all of my pots and pans right here. If you don't have enough space for all of your pots and pans, don't be afraid to store the big things like your roaster or things you rarely use somewhere else, like the garage or a storage room. You want this to be like minimal so it's quick and easy to find what you need. Okay, you ready for story time with Cass? Listen, I have ADHD, so I'm gonna walk you through how my crazy brain works. The day we found out that I got this house, I went on Amazon and I bought a bunch of spice jars and a drawer organizer because I know I've organized so many kitchens, dozens and dozens of kitchens, and I know that the best way to organize spices is in a drawer. It's functional, you can see it by just open, like everything is amazing, and I've been dreaming of a spice drawer. If I was a visual organizer, I'd have it on the counter, but I want things hidden. Listen, friends, I shed a tear today because this drawer is for cutlery. This drawer, I put all the spices in. It looked fantastic, but now I have no place for a spatula, which, according to Joe, is something we use more than spices. My point is, sometimes it doesn't work out. So I bought these amazing jars, so I'm like, I have to use them now. They came with really cute, adorable labels. So yeah, I'm decanting all my spices and I'm putting them in a cabinet. I got these inexpensive risers just to make it look, I don't know, a little bit more functional. And because this cabinet isn't tall enough for like oils and vinegars, I had to decant those too. So I found these really cute little decanting jars on Amazon. This isn't me, friends. Joe's like, you are not a decanter. Why are you doing this? And why are you doing this when you should be packing? Why are you putting spices into jars when we move tomorrow? But I started it. I was excited about it. And I am a true believer that everybody's kitchen should have one space they're really proud of, one space that looks beautifully organized. The rest of it can be a hot mess. But if you have one space that you open up and you do this, you've done something right. You feel like you have your life together. It makes you feel good about your kitchen. And for me, it's this spice cabinet. Yep, I had to decant things. And yeah, it's probably not the most functional thing, but it's gorgeous. And this makes me so insanely happy. So suck it, Joe. I have a beautiful spice cabinet. I treated myself to salt and pepper shakers. I wish they were gold, but they were cheap, so that's okay. But I wanted to show you something. First of all, I do love this cooking spray. That's super convenient. Want to see the most ridiculous thing ever in the history of ever? I found this in a box while unpacking. I obviously never decluttered it. It was from like a FabFitFun box 1,000 years ago. Who would use this? Not me. Completely useless, but also stop it. Da, 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 da. Does this person have their life together? Does this person cook from scratch? Does this person have the most beautiful spice cabinet? Is it practical? No, but it's gorgeous. And I'm here for it, you guys. This is definitely a must for me when it comes to kitchen organization, and I feel like it should be for you too. And that is hanging all your measuring cups and mixing things inside a cabinet door. I like using 3M strips, and here is the truth. I have no idea if the door's gonna shut. What I like to do is have the bottom touch the bottom part of the cabinet here, like there's like a lip, so that's as low as I can go, and then we just finger cross. Like a glove, friends. Like a glove. Okay, so then the next thing you want to do, because you want to evenly space them, is go ahead and grab another 3M hook and do what you're hanging on this side far, far to this side. Does this make sense? Man, words. Words are hard for me, but you want to make sure that it's evenly spaced. So I'm going to do like the cute little measuring spoon. Why I love this is because you're always needing these when cooking. It's so convenient to hang them inside the cabinet. So you want to kind of eyeball it. Does it close? Like a glove. And then you just fill in the middle. I'd like to take a second to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Because we're moving, we're crazy busy right now, and I'm sick of fast food, which is one of the many reasons I love HelloFresh. It's a fraction of the price of fast food, but I get delicious, nutritious, chef-inspired meals delivered to my door, and most of these can be put together in under half an hour, so less time than it takes to have a pizza delivered. I can have a homemade meal made for my family. I love that I don't have to go to the grocery store or plan what's for dinner. So if you're like me and just really busy, or you're tired of always asking what's for dinner, I totally recommend that you give HelloFresh a try. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the code at checkout 50Clutterbug for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com, and at checkout use the promo code 50Clutterbug for 50% off plus free shipping. This big counter here is so perfect for baking cookies and doing all like the cookie decorating that we do. So this Lazy Susan is where I'm storing all of like the baking supplies. So our sprinkles and like the fancy tips to do fancy icing stuff. It's all gonna be right here. And this is also the perfect spot for not only making lunches, but like packing up leftovers. So I've created kind of like a leftover zone. Right under here, we have all of the stuff, food storage containers, that's the right word, that we use for packing up leftovers. And these are like perfect drawers for cellophane and sandwich bags. But this cabinet I am very excited about. Lunch making station. This is pretty cool. I am not a huge decanter, but I did get some of these containers just from Amazon, and we're gonna put the stuff that goes stale really quickly that Milo and the girls love to pack in their lunches. So I've got a couple of these, but look at these. I've used these in some other people's homes. Wait for it. These are the coolest drawer dividers. I got these from Amazon too. They're bamboo, super inexpensive. And I'm gonna put these in here so I can organize all the kids' snacks for their lunch making station really fast and easy. And this is crazy cheap and adjustable. So you can make it fit exactly what you have and move it in an instant. And right underneath is where we stored the 3 kids' lunch bags and the plastic containers they use and all of their water bottles and thermoses. So this whole cabinet is their lunch making station. Okay, now I get to organize the most important part of the kitchen, which is the food. In our last kitchen, what I loved is having a separate pantry for like breakfast stuff, preferably bread, having like a spot for bread to go and bagels and all of that, and the cereal really close. I don't know, I feel like this is something we access the most often, so having it really convenient is awesome. We also tucked the toaster in here because I hate toasters on the counter with the spreads and then the mixer at the bottom. So I'm loving this. Maybe this isn't the most efficient use of this cabinet, but it really works for our family. Now I want to organize the pantry with you. Here in this walk-in pantry, I want to talk about some organization that I did in here that I love and some that I don't love. They have this like cool little shelfy thing here, so I had no choice but to decant some things. I already had a lot of these jars, but then there was a whole empty shelf and I thought, why not put kids' snacks and like healthy snacks in here? Do I love decanting? No, but sometimes you have to organize for the space, not your stuff. And sometimes you got to step a little over your comfort zone just to really make things more functional. So yes, lots of decanting. This wall, I even bought paper towels. Who is this person? I don't know. She's a crazy person. This from Amazon is actually from our old house, and I love it in here. It holds all of our fruits and vegetables right here in the pantry. But my favorite thing to do when organizing food is to have big baskets to contain different categories like crackers or sides or snacks. So you could just toss it in. If I didn't have baskets, everything would mix together. Everything would kind of like be all over the place. The baskets is what keeps this space really organized because everything's contained in its different home. Overall, I'm loving this. We haven't been using it, but I feel like this will be a very functional space for our family. Okay, truth time. I should be packing, but also this is a good spot for cleaning supplies in here, right? It's right off the kitchen, and this house, somebody's got to clean it. It's big. It's probably going to be me. So I thought, why not put like the Dyson in here? There's already a piece of wood and a plug, and then maybe a door rack to create like a cleaning center on this side and food on this side. So I packed all my tools. I got one little dinky screwdriver. Let's make this happen. You got this, friend. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. You are not a drill, but you can do it. Here's your pink. You can do it, girl. It's fine. Don't tell Joe. It's fine. Da 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 da! Now the true test is like cheese. Like a boss. So I'm just going to install this Alpha door rack real quick. I took it from the other house. I can't put it right in the middle because there's this block to like turn the light on so the door automatically, turns away. Oh, if only everything was as easy as this Alpha system. You know what I'm trying? It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And you just tighten it down from the top. Okay. Dude, did I just do this? Will you shut? Yeah. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. This is working out. Winning at life. Winning at life right here. Now, this doesn't look very deep though. Is this all gonna... What if I'm like angry though? That's Don't be angry. That's the lesson here. So the kitchen is organized, everything's put away. I have wasted enough time in this kitchen. I gotta go pack, but thank you so much for watching. Join me back here next week. I'm gonna show you as I decorate this main floor. Can't wait to see you then. See you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. If you tuned into last week's video where I did a quick home tour of it empty, I showed you the backyard that was muddy. It rained since then. We now live on a lake. We got waterfront property up in here. What the deuce? The entire 3 acres is under like feet of water. I let Penny out for a quick pee. Wasn't paying attention. She was like swimming in there, not listening. I guess we don't have to worry about the muddy grass because it's all water now. We're having like buyer's, it's not buyer's remorse, it's more like buyer's panic because we have about 3 feet and it's in our basement and we have a walkout. So we're just hoping and praying. It hardly rained. What is happening? I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see you next time.